All right, everybody, I'm here with Larry Kirk. We met a couple weeks ago at a disc golf course. I'm in his house right now. Larry, where's your neighborhood?
My neighborhood is Fresno, California. Hi there.
So we're going to tell you a little story about how Larry traveled the 50 states in 50 days. He's also been to every state 3 times, is it?
Minimum 3 times. Every state minimum, up to maybe 10 times for some of them. And
Wow, that's amazing. So the first time you did that over, what was it, 8 years, 10 years?
the very first time I did it for disc golf, it was in 2010. I completed my first 50 states. I landed in Philadelphia needing 9 states, but I knocked out 10 states in 10 days, finishing off in Philadelphia, and felt good to have 50 states disc golfing under my belt.
So that was the first time, and then, or that was at the second time, because you also have traveled to all of them before that too, right?
The 2010 road trip of New England was to hit the 50 states for disc golf a second time. I had done half the country through various road trips from Missouri to California, actually from 72 to 73 to 74, and then also in December of 74, I took road trips from Missouri to California on a train, on a plane, in a van, and on a Greyhound from 72 to 74.
Started to sound a little bit like a Cat in the Hat like story, like in a van, in a train. And like,
Absolutely.
But so and then the second time was 2010. You did that just for fun, and then you eventually wanted to do it in 50 days, 50 states, playing disc golf in every single one, and you got a world record for that, right?
I did. In 2012, I did my second completion of the 50 states in only a 10-month period of time. A lot of determination to just knock it out and do it. Just get in the car and thank goodness the first part of my trip was actually military related. I'm in the Air Force, and it was through military school on the East Coast. I drove across the country and then had to get back home, so I played disc golf there and disc golf back. And with half the country done, I thought, I'm too close to doing it a second time, hitting the 50 states. I'll go the rest of the country. And so I knocked out the rest of the 50 states, driving and flying to Alaska and flying to Hawaii. But it's an accomplishment.
Wow.
Unbelievable.
That's amazing. So the driving through the states, what'd you do? Like stay in hotels, sleep in your car? How'd you
Yes,
do it?
a combination. I found I could sleep safely without a motel because I'm driving at night to get to my next location. I would need to sleep in my car. So it was just like car camping. And do I advise it? Well, heck yeah, I needed to do it, or else I wouldn't have been able to accomplish my goals. So I'd find hotels, parking lots to sleep in, neighborhoods that were safe, that I wouldn't be bothering anybody in front of their house, like on the side of a road, someplace where I wouldn't feel threatened. And it worked out that it was fun.
That's great. So what'd you do for like money and food? I remember you were telling me that you were actually getting a lot of free meals out of this.
Well, the free meals came when I was doing 50 states in 50 days. I found that going up to businesses and just frankly talking to a manager, what if I asked them for a sponsorship? I was sponsored to do the 50 states in 50 days. So what if I just asked businesses if they'd like to sponsor me, and I ate for free pretty much every time I went out to eat, every day, I would just say, would you like to sponsor me a meal? And it was successful.
Wow, that's amazing.
For a 50 states in 50 days journey, people were very kind, and I felt very fortunate.
See, I think like just alone of traveling the 50 states in 50 days is amazing by itself, but then you play disc golf multiple times every day in every state, and that's where the world record
Yes.
comes into place. And then you also got every world champion in the men's open divisions to sign a disc.
I actually started it. In Santa Cruz, they had the World Championships in Santa Cruz. I became a follower since I completed the 50 states in 2010. I signed up to be a PDGA member, Professional Disc Golf Association member, and I got a PDGA number. So I started following the Pro Tour and getting to know the names, and here's that disc. That's the front of it, and this is every world champion signature.
Wow.
I was just inspired by them, inspired by their greatness and wanting to be great. And by no means do these guys take for granted their talent. They share what they do with people through videos, and I'm inspired by them still today. How wonderful the disc golf community is. So it's every world champion from 1982 to 2016.
Oh wow, that is amazing. I see you have another disc here with a bunch of signatures. Why don't you explain that a little bit too?
In Hawaii was on my second state in 50 states in 50 days in 2013. The guys in Hawaii wanted to sign my disc, and I'm like, sure, go for it, sign it. And they said, you can have everybody on your trip sign it. I never thought of it. So the guys in Hawaii signed it wherever their names are at. And I actually got people to sign it. Everyone I played with. I got a governor on here too. Matt Mead of Wyoming, I believe. Right here. I got to sign my disc. I introduced disc golf to lots of people. A couple of governors. And so...
that along with like the thousands of photos you have that's such great memories. That's awesome.
I can see it. Thank you. I can see a picture, and I can remember like 10 facts about that exact how I ended up at that course, or just my mind remembers how I got there, who I met, who I played with, and that's what a road trip is. You take pictures, and then you have 1,000 memories to share, hopefully with somebody at some point.
So, do you think you'll ever go to the States again? Or I know you just went to some other...
I went to Europe.
You went to some other countries, right?
I belong to the Air National Guard. I'm in the 144th Fighter Wing in Fresno, California. And they had a deployment, and I went to this deployment to Romania and to Bulgaria. And so in my time off, I was able to take my disc and play disc golf throughout Europe. And I played in 7 countries with disc golf courses, and ended up leaving my temporary basket that a family in Romania wanted it, and they're going to try to build a course in Romania. So I hope I started something in Romania with disc golf, because I introduced it to hundreds, if not several hundred people, along with the ex-prime minister, the mayor of Cluj. I introduced disc golf to as well.
Wow. That's great. And I know a lot of you out there are probably watching this for the travel aspect of it, but we're both promoters of the sport, and I just want to say how, if you're traveling the country or traveling anywhere, disc golf is such a great way to like meet new people. Like I wouldn't have met you without just going to a course, and I met you on hole 1, and next thing I know, I've hung out with you 3 times in the past couple weeks. And it's been a great time. So thank you.
Thank you, Ryan.
And I want to give you this disc. It's one of my neighborhood fundraiser discs. And I know I know you throw destroyers, the gummy ones. You just picked one of those up, so I just wanted to give you one of those.
I love it. I do. I love it. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So don't forget, where's your neighborhood? So for my efforts on my 50 states in 50 days, I wanted to get Guinness on board with my journeys, and they gave me what I needed to do to make Guinness World Record possible. So I matched their criteria with videos and documentation and pictures of everybody that I played with, and they were happy with my proof, and they sent me a Guinness World Record in 2013 for most courses played in 1 year, which I only counted the courses I played on the 50 states in 50 days. So it's actually just most courses played in 50 days, not a full year. So if you want to break a Guinness World Record, go out there and break it. It's only 54 courses in 1 year. It's out there. Go break it.
So that's Captain Kirk for you, Mr. Larry Kirk. I can't believe they didn't give him a world record for just going to all the 50 states that many times. Let me summarize it for you real quick. It was 2002 to 2010 that through just traveling, vacations, and work, he went to all 50 states. Then 2012, he went to all 50 states again within about a year's time, just playing disc golf. And then in 2013, he did the 50 states in 50 days, played lots of courses, documented 54 of them, and that's where the world record comes into play. I also want to talk about how amazing it is that he, is that outgoing and just goes up to people, tells them his story, and as you heard, he got tons of free meals out of it, places to stay, and it's just, it's inspiring to me. I hope it inspired you guys, and I hope you guys subscribe and stay tuned because I'm going to have a lot more travel videos coming soon.